Oh, a flamingo!
Hey, Serena. What do you got there?
I got clothes.
What's that over there under your stuffed animal?
Well, technically, it's under my sword, but this is a picture of a castle that Evan got me. I'm so happy.
Does it make things better?
Kind of, yes. But I still wish I could see his face in real life. Now get out of here.
I read 2 scenes once. I read the scene with, and this is the pilot, so it was the scene with Emma at the very end when she comes and she's bringing Henry back outside of Regina's home on the porch there, that scene, and the wedding scene. I read each scene once. Eddie and Adam looked at me like this. Okay, thank you very much. I said, do you want to see anything else? Like, you want to play a little bit? Oh no, that was great. It's perfect. Okay. Walked out, left. Found out shortly later that I got the part. They said, you terrified us. You terrified us. I was like, yes!
So you have to thank your friend for knitting that big,
totally. That
pashmina type thing.
And growing up in Brooklyn, I'm sure helps.
Is there a favorite Regina, young Regina, evil Queen Regina? I mean, is there one that you really enjoy playing?
Yes, I like many, but one of my favorite sides to her was playing the old hag. I know it was like so short-lived, but I've never been able to play an old lady. And this is something you don't know, but when I was studying, and I still study, but when I was in class, I used to love playing old people. I used to love playing old ladies, and I remember my mentor saying, Lana, you're never, ever going to get cast as an 85-year-old woman. You're 22. Take off the wig and be the woman that you are. And I was like, I'm a character actor. I don't want to be a leading lady. So when I had the opportunity to play the old hag, and Adam and Eddie, actually, they were going to hire a real old hag. And I said,
like, this is my chance.
I said, it's the same role. You can't take that away from me. I'm the evil queen. I'm also the old hag. So they gave me the opportunity to play her, and I had a blast. And I took a picture of myself as the old hag, and I sent it to my mentor and said, you're wrong. I had to wait 10 years, but now I'm playing an 85-year-old woman.
I cannot think of a better way to end it than with our next guest. He is an incredible actor. He's an incredible human being. Please welcome to the stage, Sean Astin! I was kind of wondering what we were going to talk about first, but I'm not really...
I just had to make sure that I had the camera right just so that we could
not really
show
wondering
off
anymore.
the hat. Okay. When I first saw the books well, I had never heard of it.
You had...
No,
okay,
my agent said, honey, they're doing Lord of the Rings trilogy for New Line. Peter Jackson. I was like, I knew Peter Jackson.
Right.
He had directed my dad in Frighteners. My dad played the judge in Frighteners. You guys know my dad, John Astin, the original Gomez in the Addams Family. So, and I knew New Line. I had worked for New Line before. And I knew the word trilogy meant 3.
That was good.
So, but I didn't know the what of the rings? She goes, the Lord of the Rings, the sequels to The Hobbit. And I went, oh, right. I thought she was talking about the Phantom Toll Booth. I actually didn't know what she was talking about. So, So I raced my car over to Barnes & Noble, and I walked in and I said to the person working there, "Hi, do you have anything by Tolkien? He goes, "J.R.R. Tolkien?" I said, "Yeah, come with me." So we walked down to the thing, and he shows me the 4 bookshelves worth of Tolkien, the whole world of Middle-earth. And I swear, as God is my witness, my first thought was to look around and see what else I had been missing out on. And when I looked through, there were all different covers and editions and so forth. And the one that I was drawn to was there were 3 books, and each one had Alan Lee's illustrations on them. And what I liked about his illustrations was that it looked real. It looked like history. The movie came out in December 2001, which is a couple months after September 11th, 2001. So if the movie was scheduled for release a month or two sooner, the world would not have been paying attention to it. But as it turned out, the whole planet was recoiling from that horrible tragedy. And then this movie, this story, came along at a time that was perfectly suited. It almost felt like that's what God's plan was. Like, we're going to make this movie so that when the world needs to commune with the nature of good and evil and have an experience that they can disappear into and have it be cathartic, but without being on the spine of the politics of the time, it was right there. So it was, yeah, I don't know what to say.
What was your favorite scene to film for The Lord of the Rings?
Kissing the girl. That's a fast, easy answer.
It is. Probably your only fast, easy answer of the panel.
I was wondering, what was your least favorite scene to film in The Lord of the Rings, and why?
Kissing the girl. Because my wife doesn't like that.
Oh, sorry. What is your family, huge family, fan of your whole entire family, what did they recommend when you started out acting?
My father's advice to me was to tell the truth, to be honest, to be authentic, basically, to stop acting, be.
That's great advice.
And then my mother said, don't ever say anything you don't want to see in print.
I didn't watch The Lord of the Rings until I was 17 or 18, and I'm 22 now. And one of the things I noticed about Sam is that he feels he's not good enough for Rosie. And so I was wondering if you had any advice for guys, average guys who sort of feel like, I can't date her, she's out of my league.
That's a good question.
If you meet my wife, you'll know that it's impossible for a guy to get any girl. I don't know that I agree with you on your reading of Sam. I think it's not an unfair reading, but I think Sam doesn't dare to hope. He can't dare to hope that that's possible. And what I would say to a guy is, girls want to be loved. And if you have it in you to love a girl, there's no girl you can't get.
Fulton him out of here and also grab a Winter Soldier while you ride. I have no idea what that is.